So hey everyone, welcome back to another Modern Warfare video. Today Infinity Ward released the brand new Rytec AMR weapon. It's a brand new sniper, it's really good, and the explosive bullets are really cool as well. So to unlock this weapon you need to do a challenge, and in today's video I'm going to show you guys how to unlock it as fast as possible. So I hope you guys find it useful. I'm going to quickly explain the challenge, then give you guys the best class setup and some useful game modes, and then some quick tips at the end as well to help you get the challenge done as fast as possible. So guys, make sure you stick around to the end of the video so you don't miss out on any important tips. And I'm going to be explaining how to do it for both multiplayer and Warzone, so hopefully it helps everyone. If you guys find it useful, be sure to leave a like, it really helps me out, and feel free to subscribe as well if you like what you see. Without further ado though, let's get into the video. I'm going to apologise for my sniping as well. I know not everyone's going to be happy with it, but it gets the job done and it got the challenge done quickly. The challenge to unlock the Rytec AMR sniper rifle says that you need to get 3 kills using a sniper or marksman in 50 different matches. I've done this using the sniper, but if you want to use the marksman rifle, go ahead, apply the same tips, but just use the marksman rifle instead. It's up to you guys. I used the Dragunov sniper just because that's what I had unlocked and leveled up to a high enough level. And at this point I really want to stress to you guys that it needs to be quickscope kills and not just normal hard scoping kills. I appreciate most people will understand the difference, but for anyone that doesn't, I'll quickly explain. A quickscope is literally where you aim down sight and shoot someone, almost instantly with a sniper, whereas a hard scope is where you aim down sight for a little bit longer and then either shoot the enemy or you can wait while aiming down sight and then shoot the enemy. So you can't be aiming down sight for a while, it literally needs to be aim in, shoot and done, which is obviously why it's a little bit more difficult than just normal hard scoping kills. You guys will kind of get a feel for what counts as a quickscope and what doesn't, but if you guys are struggling with that, I'd recommend hopping into a private match and just practicing a little bit first with that, or in multiplayer matches just to get used to it first if you're struggling. I'd also recommend that you steady the aim of your sniper immediately once you aim down sight when you're trying to quickscope by pressing and holding the left trigger, which is either the L3 button on PS4 or LS on Xbox. That will help to steady the sniper and it makes the shot a little bit more accurate. So literally aim down sight with the trigger, then immediately press and hold the steady aim button and then pull the other trigger to get the kill. That helps the shots be a little bit more accurate. I'll also show you guys a quick clip of what quickscoping should look like and what it shouldn't look like. So if you're not sure, have a look at that. And also before we get into the class setup, I just wanted to quickly point out that you need to complete these 3 quickscoping kills in 15 different matches. Okay, so for the class setup, which I'm sure a lot of you guys are looking for, I've put on a sniper here. You can obviously also use a marksman rifle, but I used the Dragunov sniper, and on that I put the 510mm compact barrel. I also put on the TAC laser alongside the Cronen C480 Pro optic, as well as the FTAC Stalker Scout stock, and then finally the sleight of hand perk, but you can also put on frangible wounding or something else like that. It just depends what game modes you're playing, but you'll notice that one of the main effects from all of these attachments is that it actually allows you to aim down sight a lot faster. And obviously this is helpful because you need to be quick scoping, and so the quicker you can aim down sight to kill someone, the more likely you're going to kill them and the less likely they're going to kill you. Because quick scoping, I find, because I'm not an expert, I'm a little bit more vulnerable because I'm not always on target. So the quicker you aim down sight, the better. So definitely would recommend these attachments, to aim down sight as fast as possible, but also have an accurate setup, and you can also reload fast. But if you want to change any of the attachments, feel free. That's just my recommended setup. For the perks, it doesn't really matter too much, but I put on double time in perk 1 just so you can sprint faster. I generally find I need to get a little bit closer to the enemies, so you want to sprint up to them, and that's why double time is good. For perk 2, I've put on the pointsman perk, but you can also put on the hardline perk, and this allows you to basically just earn your streaks faster, and I'll explain in just a second why that's important. And then in perk 3 I've gone for the battle hardened perk. You can really choose whatever you want, but I went for this just because it reduces the effects of stun grenades and stuff like that, so it just helps if anyone's throwing anything like that. But it doesn't really matter too much what you go for in those perks. And similarly, the lethal doesn't really matter what you use at all, you're not going to be using it. But for the tactical, you can put something like a snapshot grenade on, and this allows you to see enemies behind cover, but you could also use a stun grenade so that you can get easier enemy targets by stunning them and freezing them. For the kill streaks, you're going to be wanting to run personal radar and UAV. You don't need to run anything else, and try and keep the kill streaks non-lethal at least until you get your 3 quickscope kills. Then you can use whatever other kill streaks you want, but the main 2 I suggest is personal radar and UAV, so that you can see enemies on the map, know where they are, and know where to find what enemies. It'll just help you a lot more. Now for the field upgrades, again, they're not massively useful, but they can help a little bit. The main two I'd suggest are either stopping power, it just increases your bullet damage, but also you could use attack insertion. So if you've got a really good spot that you keep getting kills at, throw that down, it works really well. Alright, so what kind of maps and modes do you guys need to play? Well, currently there's Shoot the Ship 24/7 playlist. That's really good. Obviously Shipment is great for this. You get it done in no time, and also the match is a little bit shorter, so again it saves you a lot of time. So definitely would recommend that if it's around, but I know quite a lot of the time they like taking it away. Currently they've also got the Cheshire Park 24/7 playlist. I know that won't last for a long time, but I like that map, and if you're not happy with Shoot the Ship, that's quite a good one as well for getting some quickscope kills quite easily. It's not a massive map, and it's got a nice layout to it as well. Really, if there isn't Shoot the Ship or any Shipment playlist, you want any other sort of playlist where there's lots of enemies and they're not too far away. So for example, Kill Confirmed or Free For All or some game mode like that. If you find you're getting lots of hit markers when you're trying to get these quickscopes, and therefore you're either dying or it's taking too long to kill them and it's just not working, I'd recommend try Hardcore, because obviously all your kills should be one shots in Hardcore because everyone has reduced health. I generally recommend to try and search for the shorter games, especially in the Shoot the Ship playlist. You know, try and avoid the longer game modes like Domination and Hardpoint and Headquarters, that kind of thing, and trying to go for these shorter ones like Kill Confirmed and TDM, because if you have lots of Shipment TDM and Shipment Kill Confirmed, they're so quick, but you can often still get the challenge done, and then you can get the matches done in no time. I think you guys will often find that you'll get the challenge done quite quickly, but you'll just have to play the rest of the match, and that's probably what takes the longest part. So obviously try and choose shorter game modes if you can. But having said that, if you guys are struggling to get these 3 quickscope kills done in a match, then I recommend obviously going for those longer game modes like Domination, Headquarters and Hardpoint. So when it comes to, you know, Warzone and the free to play people, what can I recommend for you guys? Well, I do recommend that to do it multiplayer if you can, because it's easier, but if you guys want to play Warzone or if you're free to play, this is what I'd suggest. So first of all, you can try Plunder mode. Plunder is quite good because you have unlimited lives. The enemies often have less armor because they're respawning all the time. It's easier to get kills, there's less risk of failing, and then also you get to choose your own class setup straight away, so it's much easier in that regard. So definitely try Plunder if you can. You could even try a method as well, and maybe I shouldn't be saying this, but you could even try the method of waiting in the plane until it reaches the other side of the map, at which point it kicks out all the players that are left in the plane, and generally the people that get kicked out at that point are all AFK. They're all off making a cup of tea or getting a snack or something. So at that point, if you get kicked out, then you're generally with people that are AFK. There are obviously lots of easy targets, lots of easy kills, so try doing that, and that should be helpful as well if you guys are struggling in Warzone. Definitely give that a go. Another thing I'd suggest is, and I'm not 100% sure about this, but I'd suggest trying to get as many quickscope kills in the pre-game lobby for Warzone as you can. You know, the bit where you can sort of try and get kills and you spawn in for about a minute before the match starts and it's trying to find people. Try and get quickscope kills in that. I can't guarantee that these count towards the challenge, but I know for a fact, and Infinity Ward have confirmed that these pre-game lobby kills do count towards other challenges like camo challenges and stuff like that, and it gives you more XP. So I'd be surprised if it didn't count towards your challenge. So I would definitely try that. It may not, but it's worth the try trying to get some quickscope kills there because it will make it a little bit easier. So try that out, but I can't guarantee it. So some other tips I'd recommend quickly just for getting the challenge done as fast as possible. I'd urge you guys not to leave the match early once you get those 3 quickscopes in a match and your challenge progress goes up by 1, because then you'll get a penalty, and for the next certain amount of games the challenge won't count even if you earn it. So don't quit out, stay to the end of the match, you'll save yourself time in the long run. And if you're not sure whether the 3 quickscope kills you've gotten in a match have actually counted towards the challenge progress, make sure you check the challenge progress bar in game by going to the menu, clicking on snipers, and then hovering over the Rytec AMR sniper. It will show you how many of those matches you've completed out of 15, and obviously just make sure you know what progress you were on before the match started so you know what you need to be on. And obviously if you've gotten 3 quickscope kills and it hasn't counted, then go for more until it does. And very quickly guys, if you think the progress definitely should have updated after a game but it hasn't, or it's reset to 0, it can occasionally do this. Modern Warfare messes up a lot. If that's the case, close the game application on your PlayStation or Xbox or whatever and actually start it back up again, because sometimes it can get a little bit glitched. So if it's not tracking and you definitely know that you've done it, try that. So if you think you see an enemy, I'd recommend aiming down sight just to check where they are, because it's obviously a lot easier to see when you're aimed down sight, and then come out of aiming and then quickscope them. That way you know where to aim and it just makes it more accurate and, you know, more likely you'll get the shot. You need to aim your crosshairs where you want to be aiming when you're aimed down sight. So put the crosshairs over where the enemy is standing, or, you know, will be standing, and, you know, when an enemy comes along, quickly aim down sight and quickscope them. It's just a little tip, so obviously make sure you're as accurate as you can be with your crosshairs. Now, like I say, if you're really struggling, definitely recommend practicing in a private match or, you know, in other lobbies. Just do whatever you can to practice, and eventually you will get there if you are struggling. Always check the progress in game if you believe you've done it, so there's no point obviously struggling more than you need to. Once you've gotten the 3 kills, that's it. Just stay in the match, play, do whatever till the match ends, and then do the same the next match. Just rinse and repeat. If you are struggling as well from a further distance to get these quickscope kills, definitely try and get closer to them as well. So that's why I suggested some of the perks like double time, just so you can sprint to them a little bit faster, things like that. So try and get close to them if you are struggling. And just remember that, let's say you're not playing hardcore and you quickscope someone once, but you get a hit marker, so they take some damage but they're not dead, and then you quickscope them again, that should count towards the challenge. So don't think, oh, I haven't killed them straight away, therefore it doesn't count. No, it will still count. You just need to do it twice, so don't forget to quickscope on the second shot. Now that has been it for my tips, but if you guys have got any other tips, I'd love to hear them. Let me know what you guys have to say. You always have so much wisdom. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you found it useful, and if you did, be sure to leave a like on the video. It really helps me out, and feel free to subscribe with your post notifications turned on so you don't miss any of my upcoming Modern Warfare videos. Done a lot of them, lots of cool ones to come, and hopefully they'll be helpful to you guys, so feel free to stick around for that if you want to. But cheers for watching. I'll see you guys in the comments, and then hopefully on the next video as well.